Hello and welcome to, I was just about to say Jam Sports Pod, like this is like 3 years ago. Welcome to ApexToOval. I almost forgot the name for a second. Today we're talking about 2311 and front row motorsports settling with NASCAR.
Wait, hold on. They haven't done that.
Well, they might settle.
Could.
They could settle. We're hoping they settle. But we're hoping NASCAR settles and 2311 just bullies them into like what they want. Zach Brown under fire in McLaren lawsuit. And then the round of 8 is set. So let's talk about it. McLaren has won the constructors title for this season with 7 or 6 races to go. I don't remember how many, but it's the joint fastest time with Red Bull in 2023. They're just doing great, man. But they should have won it last week. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know.
They are what they are, you know.
They are what they are. In other news, Zach Brown is under fire in a McLaren lawsuit with Alex Palou and is accused of destroying evidence. Jack, you want to go in on this?
Yeah.
Before I say anything else stupid.
So we talked about Palou and McLaren heading toward a resolution for the whole breach of contract disagreement that's been going on for a little bit now. And as part of that, in court, it comes out from Palou's side that allegedly McLaren has a policy of destroying evidence, so to speak. They were basically accused of enforcing both encrypted chats and using the delete messages after 7 days feature so that message histories would not be available to destroy evidence and cover themselves from lawsuits, which was the stated reason for doing that in some of the texts that were kind of unveiled there. On one hand, this is, I don't want to say standard, but it's not unheard of. On the other hand, sure, people can go after Zach Brown if they want.
Yeah, I think they should fire Zach Brown. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't. McLaren, I was kidding. I'm kidding! I don't mean that. Actually, Zach Brown is actually really good for McLaren, except at this point in time with this whole lawsuit.
For what it's worth, he strongly denies destroying evidence in those words. I think that having a policy of not keeping message histories around is not unique. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't want to comment on whether it's a good thing or not, but I don't think that this is some huge thing by McLaren that some people are making it out to be. Yeah,
it's not anything new. Zach Brown will keep his job, and he's done a very good job of turning McLaren around. McLaren, you are not my favorite team because Lewis Hamilton's at Ferrari, but I do like your team and I do like your drivers. So, you know, it would have been fun to see Alex Palou though in a reserve seat.
Yeah.
Well, in IndyCar, it would have been really fun. But
he was apparently Plan C.
Yeah, Plan C. Pato Award, you're Plan D if that plan actually took place, but it did not, so you're now Plan C. That actually would have been crazy if Palou was McLaren's reserve driver instead of Pato.
Yeah, I mean, in a world where Palou follows through on the McLaren contract, and in this world Piastri also is terrible with McLaren, and a couple other things shake out a little bit differently. I guess theoretically we could have seen Palou in F1, but that's a whole lot of what ifs.
Yeah, Piastri flaming out, absolutely not. That was never in the cards.
Yeah.
If McLaren couldn't put a good car forward, I would think that Piastri would have flamed out a little. Not at this point, but he could have.
Even then, he wasn't amazing until this year, and he still showed more than enough to keep the seat.
Last year he was cracked and goated with that motherfucking sauce.
Okay, sure. I mean, I think that talking about him in comparison to can he keep up with Lando well is probably not.
That's true.
It's not the most fair comparison for a young driver, but that's who we have to compare him to.
Yeah. But in another world, Oscar Piastri's in Alpine right now in a freaking track. Dude,
are you kidding?
Crazy.
He'd be gone after 6 races. Sorry. I mean,
that's a low blow because I love Jack doing. Anyway, on to NASCAR. More power, more power, more power. NASCAR has said they're bumping the horsepower to 750 horsepower for some tracks next year, including some road courses. I'm very excited about this. Very excited. Because we need more horsepower at these short tracks. Super speedways, restrictor plate tracks, be my guest to restrictor plate the hell out of them. I really don't care. But these short tracks, these medium tracks, these road courses, more horsepower equals better racing at this point. Because the car really isn't the best.
It's too air dependent. It's too easy to drive.
Too easy? You mean too hard to drive?
The current car?
Yeah, I feel like it's too hard to drive.
No, it's too easy to drive.
Oh.
I mean...
Because drivers complain about this car a lot, about how it's too hard to drive, and then it doesn't turn, and then it doesn't...
Well, yeah, but, like, there isn't a lot of room for I guess, skill differentiation, if you want to put it that way. That's what I mean. Like, at some point...
I mean, Carson Hocevar's running in the top 5 every joke. Joke! I'm joking. I love you, Carson.
Adding more power is a good way to make them a little bit harder to wrangle, which should allow the drivers to actually drive them more instead of kind of just being stuck.
Yeah, and I think more horsepower, like, let's be honest, right? Trackhouse doesn't have the better car out of them and Hendricks. They're not even on equal footing at this point. Maybe a little more horsepower will help, maybe?
Well, I mean, I don't know. But it's a modest increase. It's from like 675 to 750, and it's only for some tracks. For, I don't want to say the shorter because it also includes road courses, but for the slower tracks on the schedule, we'll put it that way. But it's a welcome sign because this is something people have asked for entirely too long. And what with people also talking about like changes to the playoff format or whatever else, it's a little bit nice seeing people be listened to for once by NASCAR.
Yeah, I will say that there is still a possible change to the playoff system after the season. I think, is it Phelps, or was it Francis?
It would be one of the Steves. So
one of the Steves.
Phelps.
One of the Steves went on Dale Jr.'s pod. The download, I think is what it is. The upload, whatever.
Yeah, the Dale Jr. download.
Yep. And did say that they will not be making a decision until after the season, but there is still a possibility that the playoffs could change. My thing is, I'm cool with the playoffs. I'm also not cool with the playoffs. I understand why it could be a good thing for some fans, but I could also see why it's not a good thing for a lot of fans. And so, personally for me, I would like, if they're going to keep the playoffs, 3-3-4. No, sorry, 3-3-3-4 or 3-3-3-3, where like the final four is based on multiple races, not just one, at a track that everyone knows. Like, if you're going to have like the final four, have it be a super speedway, short track, a mile track, a mile and a half, and a road course. So all 4 disciplines, all 4 races. That's what I want.
I feel like I saw Bob Pockrass put something similar out there.
I think he did too, and it's like that's a great idea. Like having all 4 disciplines as your final 4. I think that's a way better option than what we currently have with just the one race Final Four, and I also think it adds some variety because some drivers that make it into the Final Four aren't good at road courses. Some drivers that make it in to the Final Four may not be good at mile and a halves, but they might be great at super speedway. So it gets a lot of diversity.
Well, and also think about how we view the playoffs as it is right now. Like, and we've talked about this where like making the championship 4 is almost more legitimate than winning a championship. Because a lot of people treat it as like making the championship 4 is like an actual real achievement, where winning the championship can kind of be Mickey Mouse because it's just the one race. So like,
unless your name is Joey Logano, and then it's not Mickey Mouse at all.
For sure. But like even just extending the round to 3 races like the others would add a sense of legitimacy that clearly is missing here if people still. Because I really do think people respect some of the playoff like system. I know that some people don't like the points resetting after each round. Like I saw a lot of complaints about that with Bubba going from like plus 50 to plus 1, and then getting eliminated. But if you extend that championship round, I do wonder how many of the complaints go away without transitioning back to a full season point system.
Yeah, My thing on like the points resetting, I think that like I don't know. I don't think the points should reset. I'm not gonna lie.
Really, it in my book, it makes the regular season matter because if they didn't have that, then there is no reason after you win a race to like keep participating. Like the
Okay,
ability to accumulate playoff points is like means that it still helps you out.
so counter argument because I think I misspoke. I would like it to reset for the first round of the playoffs, but after the first round, I want it to stay. But
Okay.
like the drivers that are in like say like the 16, 15, 14 and 13, those eliminated drivers cannot go above 14. So
Yeah,
those
sure.
those drivers are fighting for those positions. The 12, 11, 10, 9 are fighting for those positions. The 8, but the points won't reset. Like they'll reset once at the beginning of the playoffs, and then those drivers are fighting for those positions. That's what I think they should do.
Interesting.
I think that
Yeah,
makes it.
I
And then
I
maybe
think you'd
like
have to
yeah,
increase the number of playoff points that you get for doing different things then.
yeah,
But I'm
I
not
would say
necessarily against it.
yeah,
Like
or
even if you
like
just doubled the playoff points that people got, so
mhm,
you have a season like Corey Heim had in Xfinity, and he's going in with like a 80 point playoff point lead on the next
in
best,
trucks.
and like 100 something point buffer, or sorry, yeah, or like 100 something point buffer, to the next guy, right? Where
Hmm.
that is as significant as a full race buffer each round, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but where it currently stands, if you have two bad races, that's your entire dominant season gone, right?
yeah,
If you kept the points as it is but didn't reset them.
yeah. I can see that. That's true. Um, Also, NASCAR and 2311 and Front Row Motorsports might be actually settling. Um, it came out earlier, like yesterday or today, I forget what day, that 2311 is open to settling with NASCAR. In their statement, they said that they did not want to get rid of the charter system, which is fair. But they do want things to change with that contract, with the charter agreement, which is also fair because the charter agreement, as we know it, is very unfair to the teams in the near future, um, because the revenue sharing and the agreed and all that. I also think that they've kind of lost, and what sucks is they've lost the support. In my opinion, it looks like they lost the support of other teams, um, because a lot of team owners like Keselowski and some other team owners have come out and be like, "Well, we actually like the charter agreement," and it's like, well, the charter agreement's good, but like it's just not as good as it could be for the teams. And so,
I will caution in saying that they've lost the support period. I think that the teams that have charters are happy to have them. And I think
yes,
that if any team says something against big NASCAR in public, they might be in trouble, which points to the monopolistic behavior that they are like suing for. I think
fair.
behind closed doors, more of the teams would be happy to see 2311 win than you might think. Um,
Yes.
because it can
Brad,
only be good for them if the teams win this, right?
yes, that is true. But we'll see if they settle. I'm kind of hoping that the charter agreement will get reworked if it does settle, which I assume they will. Um, but if it doesn't, I mean, Jordan has already said that the team is good through 2026 if they aren't able to settle. So 2311 is still a thing next year, even if they don't settle and go through court. So
Oh, I mean, yeah, the driver situation could be different because
yes, because some drivers have charter agreements in their contracts. But
although the funniest part of that to me was I saw a post where someone. Did you also see this? Or
I
did I
did
even
not.
see it from you? But I saw a post where someone was going, yeah, well, Reddick and Herbst would obviously leave. Wallace probably couldn't get a ride elsewhere. And it's like, you're talking about Bubba Wallace, who is like 10th and in the playoffs, and Riley Herbst, who is the worst full time driver not named Cody Ware.
Yeah,
Like,
like what the? I did not see that, but that is nuts.
I was losing it.
I am very biased towards Bubba. Bubba would find a seat. Let me tell you something.
At least
There
before
are,
Herbst would. I mean, I know that Herbst
yeah.
has funding, so like maybe he'd
I
get
mean,
like a
let's be
Spire
honest.
ride or something.
Maybe
But
even
like,
before Reddick gets some, like if it like because
no,
his
no, 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 no.
listen,
I think
listen on his brand alone, maybe
I
his
I
brand
think
is
that
strong.
I think that Reddick had a tough season this year. I don't think you're fully acknowledging how insanely good Reddick is.
I do think
Um,
Reddick is really good, but I'm saying like Bubba's brand itself might be able to get him right before Reddick. Is it
because
possible?
Reddick
Yeah.
was
It's like,
coveted. There was like the whole thing with him moving from RCR. Like
he
it
was at
is
RCR.
Reddick. Yeah, he was in the 8 car.
Oh, thank God he left that shithole. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
not
no, for
taking
real.
that back.
Well, because he
I don't like RCR.
he it was announced like stupidly early that
Hmm.
he was going to be going to 2311 like the following year, and
Hmm.
so it ended up being that like that coming out caused him to go to 2311 a year early, which seems like it was kind of the intent anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but part of that happened so early because he was so sought after, right? Like
Yeah. Also,
I'm
Bubba's extremely fast.
yeah, he
Like,
this was his best season though so far.
yes, this has definitely been his
And
best season, and he should have made the round of 8. But it is what it is.
but
Like, we're
also
not.
through the regular season, I think that Reddick was still faster in a lot of cases. I mean, Reddick obviously did better points wise, but this is a playoffs format. This is not a full season
Yeah,
points format, so
that's true.
keep that in
That's
mind.
true. But
Um,
Bubba was fast as fuck this season. Like I enjoyed this season a lot because Bubba was up in the front a good amount of races, which I enjoy seeing. But yeah, I get you. Round of 8. Let's talk about the round of 8. We're talking about the playoffs. The round of 8 is set. Drivers who are out. Chastain, Reddick, Wallace, Cindric. Cindric had no damn shot. He got turned early in that race. They said, Hocevar locked up, said, screw you, Cindric, you're my target, and ran into him. His front wheels did lock up. That's not really Hocevar's fault, let's be honest. Reddick and Wallace were really close together in points to get eliminated. Bubba, let's be honest, should have won at Kansas, should have made the round of 8, but it is what it is. I mean, got super unlucky that Denny just rammed into him. And Chastain was really close until the end. Let's talk. So before we actually do that, let's talk about the drivers who did make it into the round of 8. So if you don't know,
yes.
your 2 race winners, Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott, made it, along with Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, and Joey Logano. So Denny is +8 over the cut line. Blaney's
Yeah.
+6.
Now that we're in the round
Larson's
of 8,
+4.
these playoff points
Byron's
are hilarious.
+4. Bell is -4 under the cut line. Chase Elliott is -14. Briscoe's -14. Joey is -24. Basically, Joey needs one of the drivers above the cut line to have a absolute stinker for a race, or he needs to win. He can be consistent, but he's -24. Again, he just needs to be consistently in the front. Let's be very clear. But again, all these drivers are always consistently in the front, so he needs at least one driver to have a stinker. But I do see at least one, if not both, Penske's making their round of 4 because of how good Penske is in these playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, we said when we were making our predictions that like there was a very clear, obvious top 8. Neither of us really picked it because we wanted to see a little more chaos happen, but you knew it was gonna be the 300 guys, the 3 Penske guys, the 3
The Joe Gibbs Racing.
main Gibbs guys, right? Or wait,
Yep.
I got one of those wrong. Two
Two
Penske guys.
Penske's,
Yeah, I
3
said 3, but I
Hendricks,
meant 2.
3 Joe Gibbs.
Because obviously Cindric was not included in that.
Yeah.
But like you kind of knew coming in it would come down to this, and I think we were in denial, and here we are.
I
Which I
mean,
guess is proof that at least to the top 8 level, the playoff system kind of works.
yeah. I just want to point out, this would have been shaken up if Bubba had won in Kansas, which he should have. So
Yeah,
I'm just putting that out there. Like, Bubba, if Denny fucked everything up, because we could have had, Joey would have been knocked out, which
I was
would
going
have
to say
sucked,
that
but
would be removing Joey, who's probably the least
Joey.
serious contender feeling wise. Like if he
Yeah.
wasn't Joey Logano and you looked at his season, he'd seem like the odd man out.
Yeah.
And so him being gone wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. But also
is
it's
true.
Joey. So
It's
like,
Joey. He has to make it. My predictions for the top 4. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Joey Logano. I see
Swap
both Hendricks.
swap Logano and Bell, and those are mine.
Really? Okay. See, the reason why I think Penske's strong at these couple of tracks that I think.
Well, Penske's
I
just
think
good in the
Joey will-
playoffs.
Penske's good in the playoffs. I just think that Joey is going to turn on a switch the round of 8 and power his way into the playoffs.
I would feel a lot better about Joey if he didn't kind of luck his way in at the Roval.
All right, hold up. That's a road course. Joey isn't known for his road course prowess, though. That's.
But he can and will win at them.
Okay.
Like, he is certainly capable of it.
He is, but he's like, yeah.
It's not like it's a weakness in the way that it is for maybe some other drivers. Although, really, besides maybe like Larson, I think everyone here is at least pretty good on the road. Like Chase Elliott is. Bell won at one. Briscoe has some strong performances at them, especially like I think when he was in Xfinity.
Okay, can we just all just say prior to SVG, everyone was eating at the goddamn road courses. Let's just say that. Because SVG's ruined road. No, I'm just kidding. He hasn't ruined shit. He's so entertaining to watching these damn road courses, dude. Oh my god, he's so fun to watch.
I really thought the Roval would be where that streak ends because
I thought
that's
it was
a track
too.
that's been in NASCAR for so long and is like, I mean, being a Roval, it has less like true road course character than
because there is still an oval aspect to it. You're still driving a part of an oval.
Yeah, and there's a level of familiarity that you'd think would help the NASCAR guys, and yet.
Which, to be fair, it did. I mean, Larson was running up front for a good chunk of the race.
Yeah.
Allmendinger was up front for a good chunk of the race. And we're going to get into picks for last week either. Jack picked Allmendinger. I was scared as heck because Allmendinger was running up the front at the beginning of the race. And I was like, dude, there's no way that Jack gets a freaking race win because of this. Like, there's no way he's picked a race winner. And Allmendinger thankfully fell off a little bit. But yeah, it was really fun watching the Cup guys, the road course. But SVG is SVG. That's all I can say.
That's really all there is to it.
Speaking of the Roval, let's get into our main topic, the NASCAR playoff controversy. If you didn't know, I'm going to let Jack talk about this because I know some of it, but I don't know names. So, Jack, do you want to go into this a little bit?
Well, after the race at the Roval, this first kind of breaks into the public eye with Denny Hamlin. He gets out of his car. He finds out that Joey Logano advances. Chastain doesn't. Denny has a part in this by passing Chastain. And he's yelling at his team, saying that they should have told him that like what was going on, and he wouldn't have passed him. Right? Like he's
frustrated by Logano.
Yeah. Yes. Like he is frustrated, essentially that he wasn't able to manipulate the race. Which then brings a lot more eyes on like a lot of the other teams. I know Cole Custer is at the center of it, which is not the first time he's been in a playoff controversy. Alex Bowman for Chevy was also the kind of other main guy being looked at, but we didn't end up getting any penalties here, but we definitely got what's become a common theme in these elimination races of something resembling team orders coming into play. Whether it's explicitly said on the radio or not, you know that's what's going on.
Last year at the round of 8, there was some race manipulation, right? With Bubba and somebody else, right? Because it was Byron and I forget the other guy. Was it Chastain, maybe?
I don't remember. I don't remember specifically like who else, but there were two.
Oh no,
people
it wasn't
that were really,
Chastain because
question.
because it was Bubba. It was Byron and somebody else vying for the last playoff spot, and it was Bubba who got into controversy and somebody else because they were openly like, dude, because someone was openly like, do not pass, and then someone on Bubba's radio was like, and then Bubba caught like a weird tire issue with like half a lap to go, which.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff going on in that one.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show it is a common theme.
Yep.
Whether they're technically within the rules, which NASCAR said they were dangerously close to penalties but didn't give any out. We're seeing it yet again, which, we just made kind of a case for keeping a playoff format. That's probably your strongest case against it. is if you can't trust
Yeah.
that these cutoff races are going to be legitimate.
Yeah. I will say, though, both teams kind of made it a little obvious that they were kind of trying to race manipulate, but they also didn't outright say, do not pass.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you're going to race manipulate, make it a little more obvious. Say, like, come up with a code name for it or some shit. Like, don't fucking outright say, don't. Like, do this. Like, don't do that. Like, don't
What was
say
it with
save your
MWR
tires.
back in the day?
It was they were telling the drivers to save their tires on the last lap. Like, oh, we're save your tires for a restart. It was the last lap. What are you talking about? Save your tires for the restart. Like, what?
I forget
And
how
then-
they signaled to. I'm trying to think back all the way back to 2013 with Michael Waltrip Racing and Spingate, kind of the
Oh.
most notorious example of this with
Ooh, so
Clint
we
Boyer.
got a Nelson
but-
Piquet Jr. NASCAR, sharing.
But this yeah, it's is your arm starting to hurt? Must be hot in there. Was the audio over the radio, and then Boyer just fucking spins.
What the hell?
And this was 12 years ago, and there was also like ordering a driver to make a green flag pit stop to let Truex get another position, because this was Michael Waltrip Racing helping Truex, who was one of the drivers for the team, using their other two cars. But like, if we saw this 12 years ago and there was a huge penalty for that, but we're still seeing race manipulation. Like that is isolated in how obvious they were over the radio, but it's not that teams have stopped doing it. It's that they've gotten better at technically fitting within the rules of what they're allowed to say.
Yeah. I do think there should have been some penalties, though, because saying save your tires for a restart on the last lap, that's fishy as hell. That's really, no, like, genuinely, that's really bad. Like,
Yeah.
real bad. Like, that's blatant. Like, that's not even like, oh, do this. Like, there's not even, like, trying to hide it. You're just like, there's no restart out with 1 lap to go. What are you talking about?
That is Austin Hill wearing white gloves level.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it is. It's funny, and we're gonna keep seeing it.
great.
I'm sure when we get to second to last race of the season, we're ready to cut down to 4. I'm sure you're gonna see some shenanigans, and just like we have in the
100%.
past.
It might be worse than last year. I'm not gonna lie.
It very well could be.
If
this is
Joey
what-
Logano's on the cut line, it's gonna be way worse than last year.
If this
they're
is
gonna
what
do
happened
everything
to the
they
round
can.
of 8, and keep in mind, like, we're talking about the drivers at the cut line were Logano and Chastain. This isn't even team orders. This is manufacturer orders. Custer doesn't race for Penske. Bowman doesn't race for Trackhouse. Like, Hendrick isn't even particularly a fan of Trackhouse, it seems like right now. Right?
Also, the same thing happened last year with the round of 4 cutoff, because it was manufacturers telling their drivers to slow the F down, let them pass. So,
Yeah.
like, it's fucked.
This isn't even like a team thing. This is just this is guaranteed going to happen.
Yeah.
If this is what keeps happening.
You just need to disqualify them. Take away playoff points. Take away something. Find them a shit ton of money. You gotta do, like, NASCAR has to do something, because it will get worse.
Yeah. Although
It
the
will
something
get
they
worse.
could do could be full season points. Who knows?
Who knows?
Like, who knows if this contributes to the playoff talk in a meaningful way.
Maybe.
that we
I mean,
keep
if
seeing
something
this.
happens at the end of the round of 8, I think there's going to be some serious talks about moving to a full points season.
Yeah, I mean, there have already been serious talks from the fan side, and NASCAR has been listening. But, I mean, not giving penalties is definitely an interesting decision in this case, but I think they're soon going to find out that there's nothing they could do to stop teams from doing it,
Yeah.
as long as there's a championship at stake.
Yeah. Let's go with quick recaps. Truck Series at the Roval. It was Heim time the entire way. Jack, you picked
Honor Zillett.
who finished 5th. I picked Heim. He finished 1st. Here's the thing. Connor Zilic is not good in trucks. Like, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's still got a top 5. But, like, he's not the Connor Zilic we know and love in Xfinity and Cup. He is a shell of his former self in trucks, which is probably why he skipped trucks. Let's be very honest. Because he's not as good. He's not as good. The last road course, he finished outside the top 10 or something like that. Like, he's a road course demon.
Are we talking about when he got wrecked? Because I know he's had horrible luck in the Truck Series to this point this year.
I think it was either the time or time for that. I don't remember.
But
fully. I just know he finished like outside the top 10 or something the last time.
But like, yes, he is. I would also give him the benefit of the doubt in that he's not as used to these cars as the Xfinity cars.
That is true.
Like,
that is true.
Because the trucks are a different beast, right? I mean,
Heim
doesn't look
like... Are you a
like
different animal and the same beast? That's a Kobe Bryant line for people who don't know. Anyway.
Heim doesn't look like nearly the same driver in an Xfinity car and a Cup car, which is not criticism. It's just he needs to get used to it.
Sorry? He doesn't look the same in a Cup car? That man was flying in the Cup Series. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he did have one really strong race.
I mean, he's better than Riley Herbst.
Okay, yeah, the bar is on the floor. But yes.
The bar is very much on the floor in that one. Yeah, that is true.
Riley Herbst, to be clear, also didn't look super impressive in an Xfinity car.
Why did he get promoted? Like, genuinely.
Money.
That's some bullshit. Fuck that. On to the Xfinity Series at the Roval. Connor Zilic is your winner. There was no doubt. Was there any doubt? There was no doubt.
I never doubted it.
I never doubted it either, and that's why I picked him. Because Connor Zilic is the GOAT. Jack, who did you pick?
I had Sam Mayer, who's been my pick on road courses. The problem is when the competition is Connor Zilic, there is no good pick on a road course anyway. So
there's no good pick unless you're picking Connor Zilic. Which I think I have the entire season on road courses. There's no good pick. Like, you're not beating Connor Zilic on a road course.
The only thing I've done is sometimes we've traded on Zilic versus SVG. When SVG was racing Xfinity on the road courses. But
yeah. And then Cup Series, the Roval, SVG's your winner. Again, there really is no other pick on a road course in the Cup Series unless your name is SVG. You're not good enough.
Because this is one of those tracks that's been on the schedule a lot, like Coda.
I know.
Bell won.
I know.
Bell won Coda. So I thought, okay, we're going back to like a more traditional NASCAR road course. Let's get a NASCAR guy winning it. And I picked Allmendinger because he also has a little bit of road course ringer to him, and I don't know, colleague
Allmendinger
would be a fun
was
story.
the de facto good road course driver before SVG came along.
Yeah, him, McDowell, Chase Elliott, strangely enough.
Like Allmendinger was always up there for wins. Courses. And
Allmendinger was particularly at a particularly dominant stretch, especially when he kind of first returned to Cup with Colleague. But yeah, no, SVG is just in another class.
Jack picked Allmendinger if you didn't know. He finished 9th. I picked Bubba, who finished 15th. Mine was more of a Hail Mary, like, Bubba, please do something, because I need you to make the round of 8. But, like, it is what it is. And then there's the F1 Singapore Grand Prix, a.k.a. the second most boring Grand Prix, tied with Baku, just less boring than Monaco. Georg Russell, who I have with me right here.
Yep, that's him.
Georg.
Can confirm.
This is Georg. His name changes depending on who's doing good. So he could be Georg Russell or Georg Kittle. He was a San Francisco 49ers tight end and my favorite player in the NFL right now.
Question.
What's up?
Could he be Georg Santos and be in solitary confinement in prison?
Absolutely not. We do not choose bad Georgs to be this one.
Okay,
he
just curious.
Bad Georg. He's a koala. He's only the best. But Georg is right here. He won. Good job. I picked Carlos / Max. Max finished 2nd. He didn't really get a good start. Carlos finished 10th. And then Jack, who did you pick?
I had Lando because I thought it would be one of the McLarens. So in that sense, I am a little happy. Although we could talk about a little bit. Lando versus Piastri, but obviously Russell ended up getting it done. Verstappen ended up finishing 2nd. Yeah. Neither McLaren was really in serious contention for the win.
It's really hard to overtake on a track that is kind of shit. So
boring race.
Yeah, it's all right though. Actually, this is quickly talking about Piastri versus Norris. On lap 1, turn 3, Lando did make contact with Oscar, which there's an interview going around that Oscar had where he's like, people get papaya rules super wrong. Papaya rules isn't change positions. Papaya rules is don't make contact. That's it. Just don't make contact. And what did Lando Norris do past weekend? He made contact and almost sent his teammate into a wall. Is it fair? Probably not. But who really cares at this point? He's fighting for a championship. He's getting a little bit desperate. It happens.
I also want to put it out there that the team locked up the Constructors' Championship, as they knew that they were pretty much going to this weekend. And as the announcers would not stop saying during the race, it felt like, gloves might be coming off for these two. Now that the Constructors is locked up, now that the team has achieved what the team wants to achieve, these last few races, it's all for the drivers, right? So, besides the team trying to make sure that it's fair in whatever version of fair as far as on the team's end, right? Like, they don't want to screw one over in favor of the other.
Although they have proven to screw over Oscar multiple times this season, but...
A little bit, yeah.
You didn't hear that from me.
But as long as it's fair from what the team is providing them, I think that suddenly papaya rules are going to be pretty much gone. As long as it doesn't... As long as they're not in danger to losing it to, Max, right?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that real quick. So, on the broadcast, they did say that in Singapore and beyond, to win the championship, Max would need 10 points more than Oscar per race, and Lando would need 4 or maybe 6 points more than Oscar per... No, 4. 4 points more than Oscar per race. Lando only got 3 points to Oscar, and Max only got 6. So, that is not worst-case scenario. It definitely could have been worse if Oscar did crash out due to Lando. Not bad. Also, can we talk about McLaren's pit stops real quick? Because they asked Lando again, hey, can you pit stop first? And Lando said, no, I don't want to pit stop second. I want to pit stop first. The first pit stop was good, just like in Monza. The second pit stop comes around and it was over 5 seconds. Just like in Monza. Had Lando... And Lando was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, wait, no, I don't want to... I don't want to be second. I don't want to be second. He changed his mind mid-sentence, and it was really funny. And had he did change his mind, they probably would have enforced a swap again. Not gonna lie. But they didn't. Everything's fine. It worked out.
You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I have, the numbers wrong here, but... pit stop comparison between the two. Oscar's average pit stop is faster than Lando's average pit stop, but Lando's median pit stop is faster than Oscar's. Lando has had more of those outlier slow stops than Oscar has over the course of the season, but, not on average technically, because the average would include those, but, if you exclude those, Lando's pit stops have actually been slightly faster besides that. So it does kind of even out. But it is, I guess, good for the conspiracy theorist Lando fans out there that it wasn't Lando getting pit by one of them for once.
Yeah. That would have been really bad if Lando pit second and that happened. That would have been very bad.
Because he's already had a handful of slow stops this year, so.
Yeah. Let's get into our predictions. Xfinity at Las Vegas. Cup at Las Vegas. For the Xfinity race, I got Carlos Illich, man. I cannot not pick not Lando. I cannot not pick Carlos Illich. He is the best driver in the Xfinity series. No matter what track you are at, he is the best. I can't pick against him. He is a hot hand. Actually, I do have a stat to show this. If I just go to the schedule, I was telling Jack about this stat before. So, if we go to not this past race on the 4th, but the 27th and 12th of September. Eric Almirola won on the 12th at Bristol. Brandon Jones won on the 27th at Kansas. Now, if you look at that, 2 drivers won in a row that was not named Carlos Illich. The last time that happened in the Xfinity Series was all the way at the end of June and beginning of July. July 5th, SVG won at Chicago. June 27th, Nick Sanchez won at Atlanta Motor Speedway for 2 in a row, not named Connor Zilic. That is, again, disgusting. He went damn near all of July, all of August, and damn near and into September without losing consecutive races to 2 drivers.
And also, who did it take to get that done for the second of those races? Yes.
For Chicago, SVG.
Yeah. Like, it took literally SVG coming down.
It took SVG coming down out of road course to make that happen. If that didn't happen, say Connor won that race, which you could make an argument that SVG didn't race him clean or not. Who really knows? Who really cares? Right? It would have been all the way in May 31st and June 14th.
Yeah.
That is
Dominant.
disgusting. Disgusting.
So anyway,
But, yeah.
in a distant second, I'll say, I've got Allgaier,
Yeah.
who is, I think, the best of the rest.
Yep. I agree with that.
But
He's in a
I don't
junior
have
motorsports
anything
car.
like that to support my pick there. So
Yeah. He's in a Junior Motorsports car. Junior Motorsports is obviously super fast and is probably the fastest in Xfinity right now. So that's like...
and Allgaier is an Xfinity championship level talent.
100%. I mean,
And
he was
is
a Cup guy for a
consistent.
little
He's a
bit.
veteran. All of that.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't he in the Cup last year? No.
Nope.
No. How many years ago was he back in the Cup? Hold on.
He's basically an Xfinity lifer.
I swear that man was in the Cup for a little bit. For a tiny bit. He's 39, though. He's 39? Shit. Last time was 2025 at Daytona, but, like... Yeah, he really wasn't in the Cup that much. 2014, he finished 29th, but... Yeah, that's true. And it was for Junior Motorsports that he was in the Cup.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Bring Junior Motorsports back to the Cup Series. That's all I got to say. And for the Cup Series, speaking of Cup Series, I have Denny Hamlin. I really don't want to go against Denny Hamlin. He's my pick for the championship, obviously. But it's Vegas. I'm going to pick Hamlin. I don't know.
I've got Byron. I was stuck between basically the other 7 playoff drivers. At some point, this was spinning a wheel and seeing what it landed on. I think that Byron can be fast. I think that if he's going to really dominate somewhere, 1.5 miles is as good a candidate as anything. And I do think that of the Hendrick drivers, he's the most likely to make the championship 4. So why not see him get it done right away?
Yeah. Sounds good. That's not a bad pick at all. All right. We have games, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Is it the same thing as before?
It is the same format as before, except today
Let's go. Oh.
it is 3 current NASCAR drivers, all of which we have mentioned by name in this podcast.
Let's do it.
And I don't want to go on record saying this, but I am 99% sure you have said all of their names this podcast.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
So with that said, the first one drives a Chevy.
Okay. So Chevy is Hendrick. That's... Yeah? Chevy's Hendrick?
Yeah.
So Hendrick, Spire,
Yep.
and...
Why'd you make a face?
Sorry, I was just trying to think. Trackhouse.
Yep.
You know what? We mentioned... So, I've named all the Hendrick drivers except for... I might have named Elliott, but I don't think I did. I didn't name Elliott. I didn't name Bowman. So, I'm going to... We've mentioned Elliott, so I don't know. I've mentioned Hocevar. I have mentioned Ross. I don't... I'm going to go Hocevar.
No.
Okay. All right.
His number is greater than 30.
So it can't... It's not Larson. It's not Elliott. It's not... Chastain. Byron.
Byron is 24.
Oh, wait, fuck, you're right. He is 24. Why did I... Shit. Who... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Chevy? Okay, so Spire Chevy, Trackhouse is Chevy.
Do you want to
SVG.
redo? Do you want to
Wait.
redo on? Okay, you know what? It's not SVG. There goes your chance at a redo. His
Okay.
last win was at Chicago. Which good thing you already guessed SVG.
Chicago.
Yes, at Chicago.
Chicago land or street course? Because SVG's won all of the street courses.
Street court? No, he hasn't.
He won. Really? Oh no!
Yep,
It must have been. No, it can't be last year.
it was
Wait.
last year.
He. Oh no.
Yeah.
Um. Who? Part of me is thinking Allmendinger, but I don't think he is a Chevy driver. Is Allmendinger
Um,
a Chevy driver?
yes, but his number does not meet the criteria.
Oh fuck. And it's not Elliott. It's
Correct.
and it's a Chevy. It can't be Daniel Suarez. What's Daniel Suarez's number?
His number is 99.
I'm gonna choose Daniel Suarez.
Well, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong.
Okay.
And the last hint that I'm giving you is that he is from Arizona.
That's not gonna help. Spire. I don't think Mike McDowell's at Spire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I mentioned Michael. I don't think we mentioned Michael McDowell. Who's what are the other four drivers? Or teams, not drivers. I want teams.
Chevy, you mean?
Or Chevy. Yeah, it's not Pesky. Hendricks, Spire, Trek.
I do want to put it in there. I looked it up to make sure, but McDowell is actually from Arizona as well. So good pull
Oh my
there.
God! Thank you.
But
Um,
but
those are
unfortunately
like the only
wrong
teams
here.
that
Uh,
are.
yeah, you have Hendrick, you have Spire, you have Trackhouse, you have RCR, you have Colleague, you have Hayek, I guess. But we definitely haven't
Okay.
mentioned Stenhouse.
So RCR is Bush. It's not Bush. He's the number 8. Who else races for RCR?
Richard Childress's grandson.
Oh, Austin Dillon. Yeah, it's not Dillon. He's the 3. So it can't be RCR. So
I-
you said Collick?
I would like to put it out there that you also have said this driver's name while thinking about this question.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, early in the question, you said it and then completely wrote them off. And we're like, no, we didn't talk about them.
So
But
that's
we
either-
did.
Is it Bowman?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. God
I mean,
damn it.
Bowman was one of the 2 drivers that, like, the whole playoff scandal ended up kind of revolving around.
I
It was
know.
Custer.
I know. I know.
But yes,
And I still messed up.
he won at Chicago last year. He's from Arizona.
I don't remember that. I don't.
His number is
I
obviously
watched
48.
Chicago
He
last
drives
year.
a
Why
Chevy.
don't I remember that? What the fuck?
I don't know.
All right, next one.
All right. Next one is a Ford driver.
Joey.
No.
Damn.
I like the guess though. Hold
Joey's a Penske driver. I'm just kidding.
on. His number is less than 30.
It could be Blaney. No. What is Blaney's number? I
12?
suck at this. 12. Okay, so it could be Blaney. It can't be. Well, we talked about Cindric, so it could be Cindric. So what were the hints? It was Ford, and it was under 30.
Yes.
Okay, so Penske, Wood Brothers,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember teams now. I don't remember teams like that.
Haas.
Haas. Can't be Custer.
Cody
No,
Ware specifically.
Cody, no, fuck that. There's no way you put Cody Ware for this. There's no way you picked Cody Ware. I'm not choosing.
No, I didn't. Don't worry.
I'm not. I would not guess him at all. He is not worthy of this game. Screw it, Blaney.
No.
Okay.
His last win was at Talladega. Oh, the other team I forgot to mention was RFK. Of the 4 teams. Sorry.
It's not Priest. I don't think Priest has a win. In Cup.
It's not Priest. His number is 60.
Oh,
60.
60.
I'll tell you that.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dear God, dude. I'm so fucked. So it could be Brad. Brad?
Nope.
All right.
He is from Ohio.
That place doesn't exist? What? Okay.
and
Oh, no.
because I feel bad, I will once again say that once again you said him right away and moved on.
Is it Cindric?
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. I didn't know where he won. I forgot where he won.
You
this
did the
year.
same thing both rounds so far.
Dude, I didn't. I'm trying to. I'm thinking too hard, and I'm not.
Because my favorite, it's like both times you've said like 2 names and been like, no, it's not either of those. Circled back to one of them, but the wrong one, and then fully moved on.
I didn't think it was it. I forgot that he won at Talladega this year.
Yeah. And we
I
did talk
forgot-
about
I
him.
did-
You
I
even
did-
said
I-
that we talked about him.
I know, and I didn't think he won at Talladega. That's what threw me off. I'm like, I don't think it was Talladega.
Yeah.
It was Talladega this year. Okay.
Yeah, pranked. Anyway, the last one, we are going back to the Chevy drivers.
Carson Escobar.
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go!
I was wondering if since this was kind of a weird one, because I just told you that they were all 3 NASCAR off rip. When you guessed Carson Hocevar on the first one, when the first one was Bowman, I was like, is this too mean to then circle back? But like, I already had it on paper, so I didn't want to
What were the other hints for Carson Hocevar? He doesn't have a win.
His number is greater than 30 at 77. Yep. His last win doesn't exist. He's only won in the Truck Series, and he is from Michigan.
All right. Yeah, as soon as you said Chevy, I'm like, bug it. I'm going Carson, baby.
Well, I'm sure you could probably see, like, when you guessed Hocevar the first one, I was, like, thinking about it for a second before I said no. I was like, would it be too much?
When you said no, I was like, if it comes back to a Chevy, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. Yeah. I have to do it again. Until it's right, I'm doing it again.
On the good news, for only the second time ever, you've beaten 5.
Did that really propulse? Really?
You got 6.
Oh
one,
my
1,
God! That me guessing Carson again, dude. I would have been so good if I didn't. My brain didn't brain fart.
Because I was really thinking about giving you the 4 points and flipping the order around, but I thought that would be a little dishonest.
Yeah, no, that would be dishonest. We're not dishonest on this show, guys. We are cutting things up for this episode at the beginning, but we are not being dishonest. I said something I probably shouldn't have said.
Someone
it's
had
nothing
some
bad.
thoughts on McLaren.
No, it wasn't bad. It's not bad. I said something that I am embarrassed by.
He was just a little critical of McLaren's driver line.
I was a little critical of the McLaren drivers. Yeah, I said something that I'm embarrassed by, so we're cutting it out. I'm editing this right after and uploading it. I'm not saving it to Friday. I'm gonna make sure I edit this tonight. But yeah, I'm cutting that part out because I'm a little embarrassed. Anyway, Jack, do you have any final thoughts for this weekend of racing or this past weekend? This weekend, or this past week? Upcoming or the past week, whatever you want.
Buckle in, because this is going to be the only good racing we see out of the city of Las Vegas this year.
Hold on, wait a minute. I actually like the Las Vegas race for F1. I really like it. I just like the long straight. It's really fun to drive.
Um,
We're cutting that out the video too. Let's go. And that part's gonna be left in of me saying we're cutting that out of the video. Anyway, my biggest takeaway for this week, or prediction or whatever. I think you know what? Screw it. My dark horse is Bubba. I think Bubba will have a shot at winning Las Vegas, and that'll really suck if he does win, because then he should have made the round of 8. But it is what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Jack, final thoughts? The Yankees win.